Yo, 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 yo. What's up? All right. Cool. Let me, give me a second to get settled. I was just finishing up with some dinner, cooking dinner. And Pepper is in my chair, so I have nowhere to sit right now. But, what's going on, Fango and the goddamn booty and Akalai? How's it going, guys? Pepper, you have to get up. Come on. I want you guys to see what I'm dealing with here. Come on. No. Ow. Oh, wow. Okay. There we go. Whoa. Okay. Go. Whoa. Ow, she scratched me pretty bad. Well, anyways, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to the broadcast. It's been a minute. Dumpling, no, she's in the other room. Yeah. Oh, it's been quite a bit. So last week, for those who don't know, basically I skipped both streams because I was just like not feeling it. I don't know, shit was just kind of dire. But we're back and I have a lot of updates to share with you guys. So I haven't streamed since my DJ stream, which was last Saturday, so the weekend before last, and that was actually a lot of fun. For those who were there, I think Akalai, you were there. It was a ton of fun. I actually have I recorded the whole thing because it doesn't save VODs on the DJ channel, so I just like recorded the whole thing to make sure that I had a copy of it, and it's like 11 gigs because it was like a 4-hour set, which is crazy. I went to like so part of my updates is that this past weekend I went to Portola Music Festival, and like, you know, some of these artists do like what, 1 hour, 1.5 hour set. It's just crazy to think that I did like a 4-hour set in my room. I guess it's a little different when you don't have a crowd, but yeah, I kind of like doing these like long sets where it's just crazy. Music was good though. Thank you. Didn't get to ban anyone. Yeah, true. I stream once every 3 months, so I get it. I missed the EP stuff. Hope it was solid. Oh, no worries. Yeah, the DJ stream last Saturday was the Elemental EP sort of like release celebration, you could call it. It was a lot of fun. I really had a blast. It's cool because I played tracks and I played music that I never really got a chance to play when I was like at the peak of my career, where it was like the type of music that I was super into at the time, like 2013, 2014, 2015. And I never got to actually play a lot of it live because most of the shows that I played back then were essentially like opening sets for bigger artists. And so you kind of have to play that like opening set, like not chill, but like you have to, you know, the proper etiquette as an opening act for any DJ, for any, you know, other artist is like you don't want to upstage them, you don't want to overpower them. So I was playing, you know, like deep house and like stuff like that, nothing like too big, like festival EDM. So I never really got to play that like earlier in my career, and it was just nice to just like let that go and be like, fuck it, we're doing a throwback stream, throwback set. So that was a lot of fun. A lot of those tracks, I literally like some of the melodies in those tracks that I played on last Saturday were like unlocked parts of my brain. I hadn't listened to them in so long, and I just like come back to it and it's like, oh, that's such a good melody. So anyways, yeah, that was a lot of fun. I gotta do more of those. It's kind of a pain in the ass to get everything set up, but I think it's worth it. Who knows? I want to do more outdoor stuff. I was considering making that whole thing like an outdoor like IRL thing in San Francisco for people to come to. But it would have been short notice, and I don't know. It would have been even more of a hassle. If I thought this was a hassle, that would have been a pain. Last time I did that was last year for my birthday. and I like, my wife and I like carried all of this stuff out to the park and like took a Waymo, and so it was a nightmare. But speaking of nightmare, you can avoid the upcoming nightmare of an ad break if you subscribe for $6, or actually I believe it's September. I think it's cheaper. It's like $4.49, right, to subscribe instead of $6. So feel free to go subscribe, and there's gonna be an ad break coming up right now. First ad break of the stream. Boom. We're not letting up. We're not letting up. Okay, anyways, yeah, so that was last weekend, and then last week, I didn't stream, like I said. I had to take a week off just to, I don't know, get stuff in order. But we're back, and so this weekend, actually, was Portola Music Festival, and it's this music festival in San Francisco that's really cool. It's put on by Golden Voice, who are the same people that do Coachella. So it's like Coachella for Northern California. Wait, what the hell? My Chatterino's not working on my laptop.
People literally have never seen this level of parasocial.
Yo, we got a follow. No need for topics. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Oh, wow. Okay, Chatterino's just not working. Well, that's fine. I still have normal chat. But yeah, this weekend was Portola. It's like Coachella for Bay Area instead of LA area. And it was a lot of fun. I wasn't sure going into it because my wife got the tickets, and I was just like, oh, we'll just go, because we went in 2023 to Portola. And I was like, the lineup in 2023 was amazing. The lineup this year, I was like, I don't know. It's like, I know some of these acts, I know some of these artists, but oh, got hit with an ad. Yeah, no worries. 20-minute ad? No way. That okay? You're fucking with me. There's no way it's a 20-minute ad. Well, anyways, hold on. Oh, here we go. I got hit with a 30-minute. Okay, stop. I actually don't. I think the ad's over in like 20 seconds. Is it not? It shows me the ad length on the thing. Anyways, so this year's lineup, I was like, oh, I know these artists, but like a lot of them I don't know, and like the artists I do know, I only know like 1 or 2 tracks by them. I'm not like super into them or anything like that, like I was with previous years. But it turned out to be actually really cool. I found a lot of new artists that I didn't know about. A lot of like old artists that I also didn't know about, like Underworld. Who else? Damn, now I can't even remember. But anyways, there were, you know what? Let me pull up the lineup so I know what I'm talking about. Portola Music Festival. Let's look at the lineup. Here we go. LCD Sound System, Christina Aguilera. So, okay, one of the things about this lineup is that it's very, the Portola Festival is very like, I feel like this year especially, they really laid it on thick with the kind of like nostalgia, like, targeting like late 20s to early 40s people that are like wanting to hear sounds from like the 2000s and like the 90s, like that nostalgic kind of stuff. So you got like, yeah, like LCD Sound System, Duke Dumont, Chemical Brothers, stuff like that. But Salute was amazing. Brutalismus 3000, yeah. I didn't know any of their music, and then we checked it out, and it was crazy. I'll show you guys a video of it maybe, but it was pretty nuts. On my way. No, it happened this weekend. It just happened this past weekend. But yeah, Brutalismus 3000 was nuts. Dom Dolla was good. Peggy Goo was good. But yeah, they have like the Prodigy, Underworld, Moby. So very much like, of the past, like bringing them back. Which is cool that like they're still in the position that they can put on like a festival performance, like the Prodigy, Underworld, Moby, like, Chemical Brothers. Like they put on like a full ass, festival show. I remember Hassan playing a music video. There's crazy music. Oh, Brutalismus. Yeah. They're like, so I actually didn't know anything about like I mean, I didn't know anything about their music, but when we went in and started listening, I was like, oh, it's kind of like hardcore, like hyper pop. Maybe not like hyper pop. I mean, I guess a little bit, but it's like hardcore, hard style, gabber, that kind of thing. But it kind of reminded me of 100 gecs, which I guess is like, as to me, to the uninitiated, that's like the closest comparison I can make to things that I've heard before. So they're kind of like 100 gecs, but like even crazier, even more aggro. But they were cool. Yeah, I mean, overall, it was Magdalena Bay was great. I've seen them before a couple times, and they've always been great. Trying to think who else was great. Hamdi was amazing. Hamdi. Yeah. Aggressive EDM. Yeah, I mean, it kind of like, that's basically what it was. But anyways, yeah, so this was Portola Music Festival. The really cool thing about it is that I linked up with my oomph, I'll say. Oh god, it sounds so weird to say that in person, but March is I was talking to him and he said that he was coming up here, so I was like, oh, who are you seeing? Like, maybe I'll see you guys there. Basically, there's like no cell service at this festival, which I guess I probably knew from like previous years, but I just thought like maybe they'd improve it, or like maybe it wouldn't be that bad. No, you like could not get you couldn't even get a text out. Like, there was no texting, no internet. Like, every like 2 hours you would get like a 30-second burst of like push notifications. Yeah, so I linked up with Marchie Poo and Will Neff and Caroline Kwan, actually. Met them too. They were all like, oh my god, like, you're Megaphonics? That's crazy. Like they knew who I was, but I also, it was like kind of funny. Anyways, also met another Hasanabi head, Minor Threat, which was cool. But yeah, this was a ton of fun. And yeah. My legs were killing me though. The thing is that Portola takes place on essentially a hold on a second, let me just quit out of this. Also, I forgot to blast off that I'm live, so I have to do that also. Portola takes place on Pier 80, which is essentially just a concrete pier. Let me see if I can find like a picture of it. Hold on. Pier 80, San Francisco. Yeah, I mean, it's just a giant concrete pier. And they put a music festival on this. They don't put any sort of like turf or anything like that. So you're just walking around on like just a giant slab of concrete, and you can feel it. Like, you can tell. Compared to somewhere like Coachella, which I've also been to, there's like grass and soil, there's like turf and things at Coachella. You can like sit on a hill or something. This is just all flat. And so you're either standing on the ground or you're sitting on the concrete. And the reason I say that is because there's basically no seating, like actual seating, which is insane because there's this giant swath of like space in between the main stage and like all the different stages. There's like this giant gulf of space that they could have put like some seating, some benches, like literally just some benches. And basically all it was like a tiny little seating area for like eating. And obviously, as you can imagine, it's like 100,000 people and there's only like 100 seats. Like, it was ridiculous. So my legs are killing me, and they're better now because it's been a couple days, or I guess it's been one day. But yeah, American infrastructure. Yeah, it was brutal. Brutalismus, you could say. Looks like an empty sim, like a sandbox. That's wild. Yeah. No, it's kind of crazy to think that they put like a whole ass music festival on this, especially because like every time you would, first of all, they like park these giant like, let me see if I can show Portola Pier 80. Okay, I guess you can't really get like solid. Yeah, okay, here you can kind of tell in this picture. There's like these like cranes. Obviously, they don't move the cranes because they're like part of the pier. So there's these giant cranes overhead. There's like ships that are just like docked on the side of the pier during the festival. It's pretty cool. But God, it's just like, I don't know who thought to put a goddamn music festival on a on a concrete slab. It was a bit much. Wait, is this must be a picture from like the first year or something, when they must have had some sort of turf. They did not have anything like this at all. Yeah, it was all concrete. It was brutal. Industrial EDM, what a vibe. Yeah, so then there was also a warehouse. You can kind of see it in the background here. There's this really, really long warehouse. And as you can imagine, warehouse rave, right? Like that's the vibe. So they literally, like at the very end is like a DJ decks, and the whole thing is just lit up with all these different lights and lasers and stuff and speakers. And so it's just like you're walking into this warehouse rave. And that was like all day. They would like cycle through DJs doing like DJ sets in there. America's Military Festivals parked behind. Yeah. But yeah, it was cool. I had a better time than I expected. Because again, like I said, sorry. Like I said, the lineup, I just like wasn't, like I knew some of the names, but I didn't know most of the music compared to the 2023 lineup. Here, let me show you the 2023 lineup so I can show you, like, give an example of what we were dealing with back then. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Okay, Eric Prydz presents Hollow. Amazing. Nelly Furtado, Jai Paul, Underworld was there too? I guess I didn't see them back then. Dom Dalla, Chromeo, Flying Lotus, like Teed. Oh, Salute was there too. I actually didn't see Salute there either. Oh wait, oh my god. So many of these artists were the same. We're back this year. I didn't even realize. Chris Lake, B2B, Skrillex, like Labyrinth, Thundercat, Rena. Sorry, like this was like a crazy lineup with like Sam Gellatree. Like, come on, Sam Gellatree DJ set. This was like I could, like, you know, definitely get behind all this. And Jake Paul's alter ego. The Skrillex set was just like unforgettable, because I think he probably, I don't know if this is like what he normally does these days, because I don't know his like normal sets, but Skrillex has obviously gotten much more like modern and, like, you know, does more like garage or more like house and things like that, bass house. But he literally did like a total like throwback set where he just played like all of his hits, all of his dubstep classics. And I think it was literally because he, like, you know, you read the room and it's like a very nostalgic kind of older crowd than, you know, maybe Coachella. So that was just like so sick. That Skrillex set was amazing. As someone who grew up with literally like 2010, My Name is Skrillex, that EP, like I was there, you know what I mean? I was there for that EP in 2010. And everything's, you know, after that, everything since then. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, Carl Cox also, I mean, yeah. Basement Jaxx. So this was Cobra also. Cobra. This was the 2023 lineup, which was the last time we went. I actually didn't go last year. What was the Portola 2024 lineup? Let me see what this was. Oh yeah, this was another good one. We didn't go last year, but this was another good one. Gesaffelstein, Fortet, Jesse Ware, Disclosure, Fisher, Just. Okay, this was pretty stacked. I should have gone. Sammy Vergi. Okay. Anyways, did he play the Reptile theme? I think he literally did. I could be mistaken. You know what? I'm gonna look it up. Skrillex Portola 2023 set list. Skrillex at Portola Music Festival. Let's check it out. No, okay, he didn't do the Reptile theme. But here, let me show you. So Rumble, obviously, you know, all that stuff. I'm trying to find like the most like throwback stuff that he did. Oh my god, this I just realized this track list is like insanely long. He did Right In. He did Right In just like by itself, which is cool. Make It Bundem. Let me see some older stuff. Bangarang. Would You Ever. Scary Monsters. Cinema, Skrillex remix, like Humble Skrillex remix, Where Are You Now? Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. I was just throwing back some Skrillex on my playlist, so I'm sure it was fucking incredible. Yeah, it was pretty good. I was bumping First of the Year and Coast is Clear recently. Yeah, First of the Year is great. MK9 Skrillex Reptile theme is legendary. That would have been nuts. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, so that's just a taste. Yeah, Take You There. So, yeah, this was an awesome set. Anyways, all that to say that compared to this year's lineup, I wasn't expecting much from this year's lineup, but it turned out to be better, especially because I didn't actually know a lot of these artists. Like Underworld, believe it or not, I didn't really know their music, and I know they're like super old, but I didn't really know. I mean, I might have known it, but not like by name. You know what I mean? Like some of those old tracks that you just kind of like know. Hamdi was amazing. Like that was, I didn't really know much about him going in. Salute was great. Salute was probably my favorite set. Yeah, Bob Moses, I only knew like 2 tracks by them, but they killed it also. Yeah. It was Magdalena Bay was like the only artist that I know like most of their discography, honestly. They were good. Anyways, all of that to say that yeah, we're past that now. That was this past weekend. I'm a little tired from it, but you know, I think that's just what it means to almost turn 30. Like literally after the first day, after Saturday, I woke up and I just like I could barely get out of bed because I just like my whole body was like stiff and I was just like it was like you know, like sleep paralysis. It was like sleep paralysis, but it was like I was awake and it wasn't like total paralysis. It was just like, you know. Anyways, but yeah, it was cool. I met March, Will Neff, Caroline. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. Also, this guy had an inflatable butter stick, which was funny. Yeah. Anyways, that's pretty much it for updates. But let me post that on live because I keep forgetting I have to do that. Show paralysis. Yeah. That's goals. Yeah, it was cool. I tried to coordinate meeting up with a few other friends, but like I said, like the cell service was just, I mean, you couldn't like the problem is I tried to coordinate things the day, like the morning and like around noon of the festival, because the festival started at like 1 and I only showed up at like 3. So I was trying to coordinate stuff with my friends when we were just like at home, and I'm pretty sure what I've learned is like unless you're like pre-gaming with people, you're basically not going to meet anyone, or unless you have like very specific plans of where to meet. Because I said like, oh, you know, maybe I'll see you there, and then we got to the festival and there's no service, and it's like as long as you're at the festival and there's no service, you can't coordinate anything, right? So then I tried to coordinate for the following day, and one of my friends was going back to LA, so wasn't even going to be there on Sunday, so I missed my chance to meet up with him. And like I think people just like don't check their messages or something. I don't know what it is, but it's like if you can't get into contact before you get to the festival, there's no way to figure it out after that. So it is what it is. What are you gonna do? The day after the festival really hits hard. You miss it so much. Yeah, I mean this one, it's not that I like miss it. I don't know. I think it was like the right amount for me. But yeah, it's probably because I'm 30. 29 and a half is more accurate, but who's counting? Trying to think of other news. I have to eat my dinner real quick before while we do the time guesser, I guess. But slight update, I got AirPods Pro 3, the new AirPods Pro, to replace my original AirPods Pro. They're pretty good. I had to turn off a lot of the features that there's like an adaptive mode that basically like ducks the volume when it like thinks you need to hear things around you. And it's like you're walking on the sidewalk and you're just like trying to listen to music and it's like moving the volume up and down randomly, and I hate that, so I just turn that off. But other than that, they're pretty good. They definitely fit better in my ears, I think. I was like not gonna get them for a while, and then I realized I went on I saw an article that said like they're already like $10 off on Amazon, and I was like, what? So I go over there and it's like $239 instead of $249. I was like, what? Might as well just buy it now. But I guess that's how they get you. Anyways, okay, let me post that on live real quick. Okay. Let's do the mini crossword here. Okay, I'm gonna eat a little bit first, and we'll do the mini crossword. Let me make sure I'm on the right day. Oh, I'm on Monday. Okay, there's Tuesday. Oh yeah, here. Wait, here's the blast off tweet. I almost forgot to send the blast off tweet. Blast off tweet. Always eating on stream. I literally have stopped eating on stream for the most part, which is funny. People have told me that I should get into like doing like mukbang or something, or just like lean into it like Hassan. I think the funniest thing about Hassan eating on stream is just that like those like chatters will come in and be like, you're always eating on stream. Again, like, I mean, he says this all the time, but it's just funny because it's like, you're always coming in when he's eating. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's like, it would be like if you have a job and someone walks into the break room at 12:30. It's like, I always see you in here eating at 12:30. Like, why are you always in here at 12:30? And it's like, what? How do you not understand what's happening here? They just like only ever come in at the time of day when he's eating, and they're like, you're always eating. It's like lack of like object permanence, you know what I mean? Like, oh, when I leave the stream, you must be eating because when I'm in the stream, you're eating. So that means like you're just always eating. It's like, oh, so when you turn off the stream, you think he's like just eating all the time? So funny. Mega baking and cooking streaming coming. You know, I should really do that. I should do a banana bread baking stream. It's been a while since I've done since I've baked a banana bread or done a cooking stream. Here, I mean, you guys know I used to do hold on a second. I used to do cooking streams back in the day. Like, probably the last one I did was like 2 years ago. No, probably more. Probably like 3 years ago. Damn. I wonder what was the last thing that... What was the most recent thing? A Megaphonics cooking stream or a Hassan P.O. Box stream? Now that's a question. That is a proper head scratcher. Okay, mini crossword. Hawaiian version of this food, pizza. Unintuitive phrase for a language learner. I don't know. Tiny bit of change. Oh, idiom maybe? Tiny bit of change. I don't know. Cents or penny. Tiny bit of change. Wise ones. I don't know. Drug that LSD. Black dots on dominoes. I don't know what that is. In an ideal world, witty insults, zings, spaced out, zoded, Amy's. Oh no, zoned. Okay, Amy's, Penny, Pips. Okay, there we go. 50 seconds. Boom. I didn't know you actually did one before. Oh, I thought you were here. Oh, actually, that might have been before you were like in the community. Now that I think about it. Yeah, I did do a stream once upon a time, cooking stream. Hassan PO Box streams, those were fun. I've never seen Hassan PO Box stream, and I've been mainlining his content for at least 2 years. Yeah, he hasn't done one in a while. I mean, he closed off the PO Box for a while because of, you know, reasons. But yeah, no, it's been a hot minute. You know what? Let me post it on live on TikTok also, or not TikTok, Instagram, because that's my other main place to post. Okay. GIF live. Okay. Link twitch.tv/megaphonics. Boom. Okay. He got too much stuff. This is why we can't have nice things. No, I think it was he got too much stuff, but I think it was also that I think it was like a safety thing. I don't know. I don't remember exactly the total rationale. Okay. We're good on the mini. 50 seconds, not bad. Let's do the daily time guesser. Fango, I assume you're listening. Wait, are you listening? What did you say earlier? Tag me for time guesser. There are some notes for today. Okay. Okay, you don't have to ping him that much. Also, ad is starting in like 3 minutes, but I'll probably miss it, so I'm warning you now. You don't have to. Okay, round one. Ooh. Oh, Illinois. Okay. Oh, so 1940. Okay. That's an easy one. Well, it says 1941, but that could be issued 1941, so it could be after that. Now that is a head scratcher. Let me check for any other markings that might indicate the year. I feel like that's a red herring. I feel like it's not 1941. Should I just guess 1941 just in case it is? It has to be after 1941. It's either 1941 or after. So technically I'm min-maxing if I guess after it, because if it's 1 year on either side, like it can't be 1940. So if I guess 1941, it's 1942 or 1943. I'm going to guess 1942. That's my long way of saying that. This looks like Chicago, maybe. It looks like vaguely familiar to this place on Lakeshore Drive, like somewhere around here. It said this looks like some sort of like theater, so I'm gonna look somewhere. It's like a theater. Let's see. See if there's a theater anywhere. Lincoln Park, Hemingway House, Hotel Lincoln, National Museum of Science. And then we come down here. Let's see. Abbott Hall? Is that a theater? No, this has like a median. Okay, so it's gonna be something with a median. I guess it could be like over here somewhere. I mean, this is all like relatively new. Like, I don't think all of this like Millennium Park and stuff was there in 1940, the 40s. So it's probably, if it's not up here, which it could be up here. Yeah, this is testing my oh, it could be up here actually. Condos, Wrigley House. There's like a big building there with like a big gap in between it. Could be like here. I don't know. I don't really know exactly. I'm just gonna guess there. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was probably closer to like Hyde Park area. Stylish youths in suits posing on an automobile in Chicago, Illinois on Easter morning. I should have just guessed 1941. I thought like if that's the year of the issuance, I'm sure I thought maybe it would be wait, what is this? Someone tagged me in the Okay, anyways. What is this? SF 2025 Portola Festival. I just need to send us on a business card. He always complains about his aches and pains, and as a massage therapist, it drives me loony. I just want to fix it. I mean, I'm sure he has his own like people that he would go to for that. Between background where it says Savoy Ballroom and the median. Oh, I didn't see Savoy Ballroom. Although I have heard of that venue, so if I had thought about that, I would have. The median and that it's on the south side. Where do you think there would be this much melon in 1941? You can find a theater alongside a large median street in 10K. This. Yeah, I didn't really think about that component of it. Yeah, that makes sense though. That, yeah, it was like red line to shit, obviously. The Chicago area. Damn. Well, I got 97.95 on that, so I'll take that. That's not that bad. Oh yeah, sorry everyone for the ads. If you don't want to see the ads, you can subscribe like Fango. And Fango, don't start talking about how you don't even need to subscribe to not see the ads. That's not the point. The point is that chatters should subscribe so they don't see the ads. Okay. Let's see. Scarlet Doll, Eastman Color. Okay, I'm trying to... Is that HSU something? Sue? Scarlet Doll. I mean, this is Chinatown somewhere. I just don't know where. I mean, I assume so. Eastman Color is like Eastman Kodak, all that stuff. EN. I don't know what that's. I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, this is tough. This is pretty tough. I guess we can just go... Well, okay, so the oldest Chinatown in America is in San Francisco. So I'm going to see if there's any movie theaters in Chinatown here. If not, then it's going to be probably New York, maybe? I don't know. I see a sailor there. Who knows? Okay, Dragon Gate. So it's going to be like north of here. Are there even any... I don't know if there are even any theaters in here. Boxcar Theater. Joe's Clock Shop. Okay, let's see. Let's see, what does this look like? There's like an exit alley somewhere. Yeah, I don't think that's it. Monroe? No, I think that's like a theater company. I know there's some stuff on Columbus Ave here, I think. There's some like venues and things. Let me see. Oh, I might have already passed it. Church of Scientology. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say this is probably New York then. It could be Chicago. I guess it could be LA. This looks more more New York though. Just like off of vibes. I don't know. Oh, I actually don't know my New York communities. I don't know where Chinatown is. There we go, found it. Okay, so now we need to look for another venue of some sort. It's some sort of EN something S, it looks like. But I just don't know what that is. Okay, that's Little Italy. I'm just gonna go on the hybrid look here. Chinatown. Chen Dance Center. Maybe. Oh, wait, that could be it. Sesh Comedy. Crown. Yeah, I'm not seeing a lot of like theaters or anything like that around here. So I'm gonna go. I think we'll go here. We'll just say. It looks like a very narrow building though. Okay, the sun is pointing this way, which implies that they're walking here, which implies. Actually, is this an alley? No, that's not an alley. Okay. Are there any street signs? I didn't even look for street signs. I don't really see any. I'm just gonna guess here. The year the Fits are giving San Fran. Okay, the year I'm gonna go 1940. Let's call it 1965. Oh shit. Oh, okay. That was gonna be my other guess. Was Hong Kong. Oops. I was like, if it's not in America, it's probably Hong Kong because the English. And yeah. Pedestrians outside the Liberty Theater in Kowloon, Hong Kong during the mid 60s. The cinema is advertising the Cantonese language martial arts film Scarlet Doll, which premiered in May of the same year. Yeah, damn. Crowdsourced 12-point round. The buildings didn't look very Hong Kong to me, but this amount of Chinese and English is either some random Chinatown. You won't be able to figure out which one. Well, that's what I was thinking. Or you got to just pick the obvious choice of Hong Kong, which still has a lot of English today, but especially at the time, it was British owned. Yeah, but that's why I guessed the Chinatowns. But I was gonna say like Hong Kong is probably my other guess. But then I just, what are you supposed to do, You gotta pick one at the end. All right, we got a 12-point round. Let's go. I guess that's probably the farthest off that you can get without being 0, right? Is it even possible to get a 0? I mean, I was almost 13,000 kilometers away. I think this is... Hong Kong is the Steph Curry from the 3-point line. New York is Shaq from the 3-point line. 12 is minimum. Okay, so I literally just bombed this. Oh well. That's crazy. Okay, I mean, this is pretty obvious, right? It's like a library, probably, right? Library somewhere around here. Or a college. I'm gonna look for like something labeled a library. If I can't find it, then I'll just go. A skate park. Wait, what? Damn, they got a skate park? That's crazy. I gotta stop. I gotta quit with that reaction to things. Seeing something that's just like normal and being like, oh, it's in North Korea though. I don't know. I have to like deprogram that part of my brain. They have a coffee shop here? Okay, God, I'm doing it again. What? They have coffee? What? DHL Express Service Point. See, I think as an American, I just assume that they're like sanctioned to shit so much that like they're not gonna have any like recognizable like global, you know, things. But that's obviously not true. I just like, so there's been so much propaganda about it that you just assume that they're like completely cut off from, like, for example, Mongolia does trade with North Korea. Like, they have a normal diplomatic relationship, which you wouldn't expect because Mongolia also has diplomatic and trade relationship with America. And I just was operating under the assumption that like North Korea has been so pummeled because the US essentially enforces its own sanctions regime on those who it's not sanctioning, and so everyone else feels pressure. But no, like it's Mongolia does business with the US and North Korea, which I was not expecting. Anyways, I'm spending so much time talking about this. I need to just pick a place here. Institute of Technology, sure. University of Technology, let's just go here. Based on the year, this is probably like 2000. What year did he die? It's like 2012 or something, right? Let's go 2009. Oh, 2008. I was 1 year off. Okay, we got a 9900 round. Let's go. I think you're thinking of Cuba. I mean, it took forever for us to get one built here. Wait, what do you mean? What were you talking about when you said that? What was I talking about? Oh, skate park? Oh, in your town. Okay. Am I thinking of Cuba? No, because Cuba, I assume, I'm saying Cuba and North Korea and Iran. I just sort of, I guess I don't know this. I guess the point is that like sanctions from the US can take many forms. And for someone like Iran, we still obviously have like a relationship with Iran in the sense that like, you know, they're largely, I mean, not to say that North Korea and Cuba aren't rational actors. Obviously, in those situations, it's kind of the US that's the irrational one. But, well, North Korea, I don't know. But with Iran, like, they are, like, the US treats them as though they are a rational actor and only sanctions them seemingly out of, like, necessity, quote unquote. So, but my point with North Korea is that it just seems like, you know, what everyone says, the hermit kingdom, that it's just kind of like so closed off and hurt by the US sanctions. But it's, USA does do that with Cuba. It doesn't allow ships that docked in Cuba to dock in the US within 30 days, which is effectively banning any ships that would want to go to both. Oh, really? Happy Rosh Hashanah. Hey, Toy Machine, what's going on? Shana Tova. Let's go. North Koreans working at the Grand People's Study House Library in Pyongyang during the late 2000s. So, yeah, it was 2008. Wait, so this was a library. Okay. Well, now I can't tell where on the map, like if it had a thing or not. Okay, cool. 9904 on that. Let's go. 6 months, not 30 days. Jesus Christ. Okay, yeah, I can understand that then. That does effectively ban. Yeah. Oh, what the hell? They put a portrait photo, and that you can only zoom in like inside a portrait viewfinder. That's so annoying. Oh wait, no helping. But I was gonna guess that because I know that this is like in the middle of London because of like all this stuff. But yeah, no helping. No helping. I have to try to do it on my own is the rule. I should, you know what? We should Fango, maybe I'll make you a mod and you can just like put an auto mod in real time on like whatever the keywords are for the location. Yeah, but exactly. Wait, that's not. No, that isn't that is it Nelson? Wait. I genuinely I was gonna look in London anyways, and so now I'm just looking for the like monument, but I wasn't gonna guess this because that's not the same monument. Is it? No. But it's also not this one. Wait, where's the other one? Oh, Trafalgar Square. Yeah, it's not that either. Okay, I actually don't know where. Make sure you get a few wrong so you don't end up in the TISM contraption. I mean, I got a 12 out of 10,000 on one of the rounds, so I think I'm good on that front. Chinatown. Wait, London has a Chinatown? I actually didn't know that. That is news to me. You're telling me now for the first time. Okay. Shit, I actually don't even know where this is. Like, I know that you said... Wait, this isn't in London, is it? Yeah, this isn't in London. Okay, I don't know what Piccadilly is. We did establish earlier that England owned Hong Kong, so Chinatown makes sense. Yeah. Okay. Fango, you don't have to ban anyone because there was no help provided, clearly. But yeah, no helping for those who are new to the stream. This is I have to figure it out on my own. What language is this? What flag is this? I don't know anything. South Africa. Iceland. Okay, well there we go. So it's Iceland. Well, actually, it's either Iceland or it's South Africa, seemingly. But I'm gonna go Iceland. Or it's not in Iceland, and this is just Icelanders. But I'm gonna go Iceland. That was a big find there. Let's see. What are we looking at for the year? Oh. Does that say Eurovision? Oh, is this a Eurovision thing? Okay, then it's probably not in Iceland. I was gonna say, this doesn't look very... Wait. What kind of police guy is this? Okay, that's gonna be my clue. Oh shit, I have to like lean in to see. Okay, so this is clearly just Iceland people in here for the what's it called? Eurovision. Does that say Mongolian? No, that doesn't say Mongolian police. No, obviously not. Okay, wait, now I'm actually... Okay, let's look at some phones. Okay. We've got phones with bezels here. Damn, this is actually kind of hard to see the phones properly. I think all these phones have bezels, which means that they're not going to be post 2017 in all likelihood. So this is probably going to be like 20 damn, I wish I could read that year. Huh. Yeah, that's a bezeled iPhone. Okay, so it's probably going to be like 2016. I'm going to do 2016. Yeah, you got the like the folio cases and stuff there. Okay. I think the checkered pattern on here does look like it's actually in the UK. So we might actually be in the UK. I don't remember them wearing like vests like that. I don't know what this means here. It's a double-decker bus also. Wait, what does this say though? Artisanal Ellenborg. Are we in Iceland? I guess we must be, huh? I'm just gonna look, I guess. There's some sort of statue there and like a long thing into the statue. So let's see. See, this is what I'm talking about. What is this satellite imagery? You can get better satellite imagery? What is this? This is like an impressionist painting. This isn't like... It's ridiculous. Okay, is this the thing? Is this the statue? It doesn't seem right. Let's see, is there another statue somewhere? It's the only one that really makes sense. Huh. Yeah, why don't they get a satellite shot when the sun is directly overhead this place?
People literally have never seen this level of parasocial.
When the sun is directly overhead this place that's at 60-degree latitude, that would be... Eliza Fortebears, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay. Oh, the Vikings. Okay, wait. So this must be that statue. I'm pretty sure that's the statue. So it's got to be somewhere down here. I just don't know why it looks so weird. Like it's so like off from where you would expect the... Is it like here or something? I genuinely have no idea based on this perspective. That leads me to believe that I'm probably wrong and this isn't actually where I think it is. But I'm just gonna go ahead and just guess it anyways. Fuck it. No, I'm gonna go here. 2016. Whoa, okay, I was actually pretty close. That's kind of crazy. And I got the year exactly. Whoa, 9987 on this. That's wild. I just noticed. Okay, holy shit. Crowds welcoming Iceland's national football team in Reykjavik as they come home after an unexpected run to the quarterfinals of the Euro 2016 championship before being eliminated by the host nation France. That's so funny. I thought it said Eurovision, but it's just... Anyways, spot on the year. I'm telling you, my tech knowledge is on point. I called it with those phones with the bezels. And I said 2017 was when the iPhone 10 came out. So it has to have been before that. I nailed that. God damn. Okay. So perfect on the year. Location 4987 because it was a few blocks away, which I am not complaining. Wait, so where's the... Where's the... Oh, this is the... Sorry, the statue, and I guess it was taken down the street down this way. Image search. Oh wait, yeah, let me read. Okay. The problem with that is that if I automated the real location, the people guessing the fake location would get through and you'd know what it isn't. Anyway, background has Hallgrímskirkja, which is the famous church. I did not know about that. Image search it right now. I think I've made you do this before, and that's the Brazil flag, not ZA. Oh, right. Duh. Yeah, true. This is from when they went to Euros. It was big news. The IS plate means Icelandic for Iceland. Icelandic for Iceland. Okay. It's why the signs are in Icelandic. Yeah. Statue of Leif Erikson in front of their famous church in the center of the city. Okay. Image search Hallgrímskirkja right now. Let's see. I've never seen this in my life. Why I kind of look like a spaceship? That's crazy. Yeah, I've never seen that in my life. Interesting. When was it built? It looks... Oh, shit. Not the AI mode. God damn it. I hate how they put that there. Anyways. Oh, 1986. Yeah, I was gonna say that's that's not exactly a you know, old medieval church. Okay, what round was this? Was this the last round, or do I have one more? Next round. Okay. Oh, this is the last round. Okay, I gotta eat. Hold on. Let's look for some clues while we're at it. Copenhagen. Okay, so I know where we are. Oh, shit. Okay, yeah, I think we're just referat skrivning. Yeah, okay. All right. Now the question is, where in Copenhagen is this? Is this man? I don't think there's any context clues here that could help me with this one. The only presumption is that this is some sort of office at some sort of like oh, we got a hint for the year. This is up until 1937, so obviously it's going to be after 1937. How much after is anyone's guess? The lighting of the photo, are these like stamps or something? This is like an architect or like a zoning guy. I don't know. Assuming this must be some really famous photo or person. I say SF is a pretty safe guess here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I assume this is just like some like I don't even know. It's just like some guy. Where's their like city? Oh, City Hall. Okay, I'm just gonna guess City Hall. For the year, it looks kind of 50s, but it also looks kind of earlier than that. Guy's hair and shirt. I'm gonna keep it at 1962. I think that could be. Or do we do after? This lamp. I'm like trying to find like any context clues I can think of. There's a typewriter there. Okay, so it's probably not 19. It's probably. Did they have typewriters in 1962? I mean, I know they did, but I'm wondering if they were still in use. Is the question I'm asking. I guess they must have been, right? Because what else? There weren't really any commercially available computers at that point. Word processors. Okay, I'm just gonna stick with 1962. 1974. Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, it was pretty. A man working at an office in Copenhagen, Denmark during the mid-70s. How was anyone supposed to guess the exact office? It's just a guy in an office. That's crazy. Thankfully, you know, City Hall, guessing City Hall there wasn't that far off. But that's pretty funny. I'm pretty sure I've talked about this before, but when I went to Copenhagen once, I was in this square and I walked like somewhere around here. There's like a Disney store somewhere around here, if I'm not mistaken. It's somewhere here for sure. Unless it closed. But this is like a very touristy section. Anyway, so I've been here, and then we walked around Tivoli a little bit, but not like inside, like only on the outskirts. And there's like essentially a giant fence surrounding it, so like a giant wall, so you can't actually see into it that well. But I remember thinking like, oh, that's an amusement park, and this was when I was young, and I was like super into roller coasters and stuff. Oh, there's an ad break. Here's the ad break right now. If you don't want to see the ads, make sure you subscribe for $6 or for free. Or cheaper, $4.49 during September only. I don't know when September expires. I mean, it's like October 2nd or something. It's not like only in September, but you can subscribe for cheaper than usual. Anyways, here's the ad break now. They have Ben and Jerry's there. That's funny. But yeah, I remember like being on the outskirts of this and looking in and being like, damn, I wish I could go in, but I couldn't go in. Wait, I'm actually really curious if they still have that Disney store. I have like a very vivid memory of it for some reason. I don't know why. And there was like a tech store, like somewhere over here maybe, that had like Macs. I remember that very vividly too. Okay, I'm gonna look that up. This is super random. I just really want to see. If it's still around. Permanently closed. Oh, that's not where I remembered it being. Huh. Well, whatever. Anyways, okay. $69.95 on that one. Location was pretty good. Oh, $36,693. If I didn't completely bomb that Hong Kong round, well, I bombed the year on that, so I wasn't gonna get 10,000, but I could have at least broken 40,000 if I guessed Hong Kong on that. I don't like the ones that are in an office. Yeah, there wasn't much to go off of there. I mean, obviously aside from the map, and like the year on the, that was a pretty good spot. That the year on the, what's it called? The like the books in the corner that said like something until 1937. That was a pretty good spot. Didn't really help much except for place it after 1937, which I guess was kind of obvious just looking at it. But yeah, and then the design of the light, the aesthetics of the guy, and the typewriter were like essentially all that I had to go off of from that. So anyways, okay, what did Fango get? Oh, I'm not signed in. What the heck? Let's get signed in here. Ooh, okay, yeah. I probably could have beat you if I didn't guess Hong Kong on that. Or if I did guess Hong Kong on that, I probably would have beaten you. Yeah. All right. Between all time. I'll just start with music as usual. Okay, it's on the latter end. Way. Okay, so it's before Way. Urged. Nope. Okay. What's like a Veil? No, Veils. Let's try that. Nope, it's after that. Okay. Vigor. Let's try that. Nope. V. It's probably VE. Vexed. Let's try that. Nope. VE. Vests. Let's see. It's between I and X. Closer to X. I and X. Closer to X. Vests? Yeah, let's try vests. Your worst location was 1.7 kilometers, had 0 years. Ooh. Yeah, that's tough. Okay, it's not vests either. So it's gonna be like Vens? I don't know. Nope. Verse? No. Verge? Oh, nice. I just think of The Verge. The tech song. Or the, not tech song, the tech site. Which, by the way, we're going to be watching some tech stuff because I know last time, my last stream, I think I talked about the Apple event because it was like right after they unveiled all the new iPhones and the AirPods and stuff. The AirPods Pro 3, I literally said like, oh, I don't think I really need them. And I ended up buying them. And now I'm kind of feeling the same way with the iPhone. And it's not out of like consumerist, like, oh, I really need a new phone. Like, I need to have the latest and greatest. The battery on my iPhone 13 Pro is like, I think it's just like a faulty battery or something because it's one of those like third-party iFixit batteries that I did the repair myself. The repair went fine. Everything went fine. I did the proper steps to like program it and everything. It's just like, it must be just like a lemon or something battery. And so they gave me a new kit to replace the battery with a new one. But I don't really want to go through all that again. So I'm thinking I'll just like sell this or like trade it in and, you know, they can replace the battery on their own if they want to get it to a certain, you know, refurbished level, right? I'll leave that to Apple. So I was looking at the iPhones, and the iPhone Air obviously is cool, right? It's like got that prestige, it's thin, it's all that stuff. And to be fair, I haven't seen it in person, so you know it could be very compelling. But it only has the one camera, and it only goes 1x and 2x zoom. And like this one has 3 cameras, you know, it's got 0.5, 1 times and 3 times. And I'm not gonna like not get a phone that has 0.5x, you know what I mean? Or I'm not gonna get a phone that doesn't have 0.5x, the wide angle. So or the ultra wide. So the iPhone Air doesn't have that. The iPhone 17 actually does. So it has the 0.5 and the 1, which can crop into a 2, 2x like you know, optical quote unquote pixel binning. The battery in the Air. So the battery in the here, I'll show this. I was literally just looking at this earlier, so it's funny that you mention it. Okay, wait, I have to finish the games first. We'll get into the iPhone stuff later. We'll come back to it. I think they chose the wrong focal lengths, too wide. Yeah, the ones on the iPhone on my 13 Pro, it's oh, does it not even say? Wait, camera. Oh, it doesn't show you the... Wait. Oh, that's crazy. It doesn't... There was a website I was looking at that had the focal lengths. The ones on the 13 Pro are better. Yeah, it's like a better focal length than the new ones. But anyway, so I was like, iPhone Air, oh, that could be cool. And then I looked at the iPhone 17, and the iPhone 17 is literally like better than the Air in many ways. And I don't really need like all the Pro stuff, right? Because I have the 13 Pro, but I'm not like, it doesn't like this Pro generation, the 13 Pro, didn't bring like a lot of like Pro features aside from literally just like having 3 cameras instead of 2. So if I have 2 cameras and I'm like, it's, you know, I'm not the kind of person that really needs like all of the, I feel like if you have 3 cameras and the third one is like the telephoto, you're already sacrificing so much by being so far away from the subject you're shooting. If you're doing digital zoom into like 10x digital zoom, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like you're not gonna get a good photo no matter what. So it doesn't really matter what phone you pick because it's not gonna be a good photo. That's sort of my approach to that. So I don't think I would miss like the third camera. So I was looking at the iPhone 17 and I was like, well, it has the ProMotion display, which I need. It's 256 gigabytes starting, which is already double what I have now. It's got a better display. It's got the always on display. It's got the dynamic island. It's not like a massive screen, right? The iPhone Air is going to be way bigger than what I have now. It's 6.3. Like, by almost all metrics, it's, it has the better cameras than what I have now. I don't know, like better front camera, better like everything. The other thing that really about the iPhone Air that just completely ruined it for me is it doesn't have stereo speakers. It only has the mono earpiece speaker. There's no speaker at the bottom. And I'm a musician. I listen to stuff in stereo on my speakers, which obviously isn't ideal no matter what. But like I need to be able to hear it stereo. And so the fact that it would only be mono, like that's as close to a deal breaker as you can get with the iPhone Air, in my opinion. I am concerned because like the aluminum frame I've seen scratches really easily on these new iPhone 17s, so I'm concerned about that. With that said, I'm pretty gentle with my phone anyways. But yeah, so look, the battery life, up to 22 hours video playback on the 13 Pro. That's what I have now, and it's definitely not 22 hours. It's like, way less than that because I replaced the battery and it's faulty. But up to 27 hours on the Air, which I feel like is plenty for me. But then obviously you get way more in the normal 17, but I think they chose, I'm waiting till Tim Cook makes restitution for supporting Nazis. Yeah. See, I understand that and I would, but like I said, my phone, and it's not just the battery, like I'm not even making this up, like the Wi-Fi radio in this is so I think it's related to iOS 26 or something, but I haven't seen anyone like reporting on this. It literally consistently, I'll be on an app and then it'll just stop loading and I'm still connected to Wi-Fi and other apps still work, and then those apps will also eventually stop working. I have to like turn off the like airplane mode, everything, reconnect to the Wi-Fi, like disconnect, reconnect, and I have to do this multiple times a day now, and I feel like it's ever since I updated to iOS 26 it's been doing this. So I mean, that's busted on this. The battery's busted. I'm running out of space constantly. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of I'm in the position where I'm like actually potentially in need of an upgrade, which I didn't think I was until like the past couple weeks, when it's just been abysmal. My shit doesn't work either. I have a 12 mini, but if it's a decision between Nazis and no Wi-Fi, I'll take no Wi-Fi. Okay, I mean, I don't know if that's the decision necessarily, but like, I guess my point is like everyone need, like, okay, for example, I could buy a iPhone 16 or 16 Pro secondhand, right? At that point, you're not like supporting Nazi any more than just having a phone that's by that company in the first place currently. Because like the sale's already been made. You're not like supporting the new industry but as for this, I mean, I think it's more just that there is a genuine case to be made. That's not like a consumer's case, but there is a genuine case to be made for maximizing, especially because this is actually a pretty competitive price, $799 for like these features, maximizing the future-proofness while also minimizing like, like cost. Like I could buy the Pro. I mean, like the Pro is what, $1099? It's ridiculous. I'm not going to spend $1099 on a phone again. So like if I get the cheapest one, I'm in the door for the cheapest amount. I get everything I need. I'm not overbuying. Again. Yeah, I think the 13 Pro when I got it was like $11.99 or something. Actually, no, I think it was $9.99. Wait, what was the iPhone 13 Pro MSRP at launch? Started at $9.99 for the night. Oh yeah, okay, it was only $9.99 only. So the other thing is that like, I could wait for the folding iPhone, but I've decided I'm not going to do that because I just like, it's probably going to be shit. It's probably going to, not like probably gonna be shit, but it's just like, you know, it's a Gen 1 product. It's not gonna be perfect. It's gonna probably not age well, you know what I mean? Resale value is not gonna be good. I'll wait for there to be a used market for that to see how they do, to see how much value they hold, essentially. Yeah, the 17 seems like a good deal. Air is just there for Apple to flex what they can build, looking cool, but could be interesting. Look at what they're planning. Could be an interesting look at what they're planning in the future. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's like, it's the precursor to the folding phone. All right, see you, Fango. Yeah. So, anyways, the only thing is like, when I consider all of the other features that it brings, like always on display, whatever, dynamic island, whatever, action button, whatever, camera control, whatever, you know, better scratch resistance, fine. Like all of these, hardware accelerated ray tracing, not going to use that, so it doesn't matter. I don't game on my phone. Better front camera, sure, that's nice. You know, like Apple Intelligence, that actually could be useful, but like, sure, whatever. The satellite stuff could actually be useful. That like is a genuine value add. But like, my point is like, none of these features, even as a whole package, I feel like it's not as innovative as it's been previously in like previous years. So even when you stack them all up like this, is it enough for me to like, you know, need to want a new phone? No. The only reason I would be getting this is to, like I said, like maximize my future proofing and like make the best value kind of calculation there. But yeah, like, I mean, most of this stuff is like almost identical from this phone that I bought in 2021. It's literally been 4 years and they like basically haven't done much innovation, but you know. So I'll probably get this tomorrow, the iPhone 17. Literally the only benefit with the Air is that it's a Pro chip, which I don't think really matters. And I mean, what else? It doesn't even... The display is the same. I've heard that the touch, the haptic engine is worse. It's thinner, obviously. Better form and design. Yeah, that's like the main appeal, I guess. It literally has the exact same number of like cores and processors and whatever. Worse camera, or like fewer camera options, flexibility. Unproven cell modem, by the way, the C1X thing. Like, I don't know how that is. That could be shitty. That could, you know, have problems. Everything else worse. Would like to feel in the hand. Yeah, I'll probably have to go into a store and just like check it out. But I really doubt that it's going to be that big of a thing. The mono speaker just ruins it for me. The mono speaker and the no wide angle or ultra wide angle. Those two things I think are the death blow for the iPhone Air for me. I think I just have to get the regular 17. Okay, we're doing food guesser again. Oh, speaking of food, I have to eat my own food. Strema, minor spelling mistake. Okay. Beef, noodles, soy sauce, Worcestershire sauce, Cajun seasoning, green onions, hard-boiled eggs, optional chicken shrimp, optional hot sauce. This dish is a comforting noodle soup that features a hearty broth typically infused with soy sauce and Creole spices. It usually includes tender strips of beef or chicken, spaghetti noodles, and garnishes like green... Interesting. Is this US? Yucca, Maine. Popular New Orleans dish with Chinese and Creole influences. I was gonna say, like, that seems like a combination that could only happen in America. Not to, you know, gas ourselves up too much, but like, there was no other place that I would have guessed that would have been, yeah, like a sort of like pot noodle thing with Creole and Cajun seasoning and stuff like that. That's pretty cool. Although not widely known outside the region, Yakumain is a devoted following in New Orleans. It's gained some national attention through television features and food blogs. Yeah, interesting. Well, that's cool. Is this just a kimchi pancake? Savory pancake made from a batter of flour, blah, 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 with various... Oh. Triggered my Siri for some reason. It's typically pan-fried until crispy, often enjoyed as a... Yeah. So, Oh, shit. But... Oh, wait, what? Seafood? Oh... I saw the kimchi and I was like, oh, kimchi pancake. Huh. I mean, I guess I'll just... Wait. Is it China? I'm trying to remember where I've had a kimchi pancake from before. What cuisine the restaurant was. I'm gonna go China. Oh, it borders it. Okay. It borders it to the northeast. Shit, I forget if it counts border. No, it doesn't count water as a border, right? But is it Hong Kong? Warm? No. Oh, it's Korea, yeah. Pajeon is a type of Korean pancake primarily made from a batter of wheat flour, water, and eggs with scallions as the main ingredient. Popular dish, scallion pancake. This dish can also include other ingredients such as seafood or kimchi. Okay, that's what I saw. But it says seafood. It only says kimchi optional. So I thought it meant seafood is mandatory. Isn't kimchi Korean? Yeah, I forgot about that. That's what I'm saying. I forgot which setting I've had a kimchi pancake in before. So I couldn't remember if it was like with Chinese food or if it was... Because like, I'm pretty sure at a Chinese restaurant they have scallion pancakes also. So I don't think that's Korean specifically. So the kimchi I was trying to... that just tripped me up, I guess. Young coconut meat, coconut water, sweetened condensed milk, sugar, evaporated milk, ice cubes, pandan, tapioca pearls, nata de coco. Topping fresh steamed bananas with a mixture of... Wait, there's no bananas in this though. In the ingredients list. With a mixture of crushed ice, sweetened condensed milk, shredded coconut, and sugar. The bananas and toppings are then combined, creating a refreshing and sweet treat. Simple dessert that balances cold, creamy, and fruity flavors, perfect for a hot day. Is this like... I feel like this could be Mexico. Ice cold. Oh, shit. It says somewhere northwest of Mexico. What the fuck is northwest of Mexico? That's ice cold. Thailand? Warm? Okay, Thailand is warm. What's over there? Malaysia? Also warm. It's northeast of Malaysia. Lama? Hawaii? Oh, would that be United States? Wait, no, because Mexico is ice cold. What is this place? American Samoa? Also ice cold. Dude, what is this place? I don't even... Oceania? I genuinely... New Zealand? Like, Philippines? Oh. I was mixing up... I mixed up Malaysia and the Philippines. Are those anywhere near each other? Did I just... I think this is Malaysia, right? Or Malaysia's over here. This is Thailand, I think. This is the Philippines. Okay, I was somewhere in there. Damn. How is that? The directions on this thing piss me off so much. It said that where it was somewhere like north. It was between north and west of Mexico, and it said ice cold. And I guess that technically the west thing, it was like northwest, and it like went like this far down. So I guess it was literally exactly, if you were to follow that line, is how you wrap around and you get to Philippines. But I would not call that, I would call that southwest of Mexico. That's crazy. How, do you draw like a line like up and above? Is that like the shortest route? Am I missing something here? It's ridiculous. Okay, well, we messed up that last round. That sucks. Average score today is 12,998. We only got 9,358. Damn. All right. Is what it is. Scrandle. Oh, we forgot to do the plate off here. Okay, let me finish eating. Let's check this out. This dish is a baked casserole featuring shredded mashed taro root. Blend of citrus juice later with marinated chicken. Actually sounds decent. Marinate thinly sliced beef in a spicy blend of ground peanuts, pepper. Oh, that sounds pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna say this one's better. Yeah. Ham and egg bun. What the fuck? Cook ham slices and scramble eggs. After the dough is risen, place the ham and egg mixture inside. Seal the buns, let them rise. What the fuck? Huh? Okay, terracafteri. It's creamy and spicy cheese dip. I mean, just on vibes, I'm gonna go with this. Yeah. This could be tough. Skewering marinated slices of meat, vegetables, and occasionally seafood. I think I'm gonna have to go with the ramen. Yeah. All right. Okay, we're done eating. Thank God. Muchkalika? Muskalika? Flavorful stew made with leftover grilled meats. Okay. Pescado frito. Okay, I think it's gonna be this. Yeah. Brentar. Hearty porridge made from scorched belt flour, giving a distinct nutty flavor. Bacon or onions? Okay, miyakuk. Soak dried seaweed until it softens and drain and cut into pieces. Saute sliced beef with garlic and sesame oil, adding the softened seaweed. Pour in water and bring to a boil and simmer for 20-30 minutes. Season with soy salt. That does sound good. Or it could be good. I think probably this one. Yeah. Okay. Sambal pari. Marinate stingray with salt. Spread banana leaf on a grill. Place stingray on it. Okay. This dish features tender meatballs and succulent pieces of chicken, both infused with rich. Yeah, I think it's gonna be this one. Yeah. You can just tell sometimes, you know. Okay, we're 6 for 6. Oh, there's an ad break coming up. If you don't want to see the ads, subscribe for $6 or cheaper during September, or for free. Here's the ad break now. Calderata. Name is derived from the Spanish word caldera, which means cauldron or cooking pot. Okay, so I think it's just a stew, essentially. Goat or beef, tomato sauce, liver spread. Okay. Svartsappa. Traditional soup. Goose or pig's blood. I think I'm gonna go with this one. Yeah. Stew peas, Jamaica. Red kidney bean simmer with salted meat, often including pork or beef, sometimes pig's tail, seasoned with herbs and spices. Small dumplings are added into the mix. Dishes typically served with rice. Okay, I mean, already you won me. Curd rice. Comforting blend of cooked rice and creamy yogurt, often tempered with mustard seeds, curry leaves, and green chilies. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with this one. No, that was so close. How did people like that more than the other one? The other one sounds so good. What the hell? 60.4 versus 61% is crazy. Okay. Kappens, Switzerland. This dish consists of spatzel dough. Don't know what that means. Mixed with dried meat and herbs, wrapped in charred leaves, cooked in a rich cream sauce. Okay. Garnished with crispy bacon bits or melted cheese. Okay, that could be interesting. Just feta. Just like the concept of feta cheese. I mean, how are you supposed to even compare these? I know it's not comparing, but how am I supposed to tell if people like feta or not as like a concept? It's not even like, oh, do you like feta on your salad? Do you like feta on this? Do you like feta on that? It's just like, do you like feta? The concept of feta cheese. I mean, I guess I'll go with this. That's crazy. I don't like feta as a concept. I like it on things, but I'm not just gonna eat a block of feta. Sorry. Shiro. Made by first toasting chickpea flour in a pan until aromatic, chopped onions and garlic, then saute in oil before adding water or broth to create a thick paste. I mean, that sounds pretty good. Bulgogi. Okay, I think it's bulgogi. Yeah. Okay, we got 9 out of 10. That's not that bad. Only 55% got that second one right with the ham and egg bun. I mean, that was pretty obvious, no? Only, yeah, 32% got the stew peas one right because it was so close. I don't understand that. How is curd rice better than, like, more liked than stew peas? The stew peas sounded great. I would eat that. All right. Anyways. Now we go to Scrandle. Play daily. Here. Oh, this is Scrandle too. Okay. Sausage, $3.45 for this. That's in Czech Republic, looks like. Or the Jockey Whopper Burger. 3 burgers, 3 bacon, 2 sausage, 3 cheese. It reminds me of that Tim Robinson. 55 burgers, 55 breads, 55 hot dogs, 55. For $9 versus $3.45. That's tough. This looks like, yeah, this looks like way too much to me. I don't know. I can see people playing this hungry and wanting to pick this. But I feel like I gotta go with this. For $3.45, that's not that bad. Oh, what? Oh, that was the bonus round. Oh, it probably did that to see which one I would rather have. Okay. Okay, so that was just like a pre-round, I guess. Cheeseburger and chips. What is this pickle? That's so funny. For $21.50 versus hot dog for $6.50. Oh God. Both of them look awful. Like, this is horrible value, but this is just horrible food and horrible value. I guess it's this. Yeah, 16.4% versus 6.2%. No one wanted either of those. That's so funny. Fries go a long way sometimes. Yeah. Waffle on a stick. Oh, that looks really good, actually. $3.90. Loaded fries for $5. Ooh. That's tough. Like, how do you compare savory and sweet? Like, directly like that. I'm gonna go with this one. Yeah, 86%. Pie chips and gravy for $6.50, or fish and chips with tartar sauce for $6. I mean, I'm gonna pick this, but that's just because I like this better. No. Do people like fish and chips that much? I mean, like, I just, you know. Okay, salt beef fries. Interesting. 5 pounds. Price for each of these chicken, pork, and halloumi souvlakis is 7 pounds. 5 pounds, 7 pounds. I mean, this has fries in it, and it's more stuff. But this also looks pretty good. I'm gonna go with that. Yeah. Damien, what's going on? Welcome, welcome. Katsudon. Pork cutlet with rice and curry sauce for $3.70. Oh, that sounds so good right now. That actually sounds incredible. And I just ate. I would eat this. Chili dog with cheese, jalapenos, and nachos for $6.50. That also sounds pretty good. Unfortunately, I think I'm gonna have to go with the katsu. Yeah. I mean, that was a little close, but... was that Portola but didn't run into you? Oh, shit. Yeah, I mean... It was impossible for me to even coordinate. I was talking about this earlier in the stream, but it was impossible to even coordinate with, like, people that I was expecting to find at Portola, like, messaging them beforehand. Because once you get, like, a little bit out from the festival, the cell service just stops working completely. So I missed meeting so many people, but damn, yeah. If I had known, I would have we could arrange something. They had beef tallow fries. Wait, at Portola? I missed that. Like the steak and shake or whatever. That one brand that's just like full MAGA. RFK approved. Okay, yeah, wait, what is this? Onions on bread, Zeros Kinyer? I don't know what that is. 85 cents though. Versus signature burger for $5.90. Okay, this is just unfair. Like, this is probably gonna be like 10%, and this is gonna be like 3%. What? No. 22% of people did not pick that. No, I refuse to believe that. Nope. That's crazy. Pizza donut, is that not just a bagel? A pizza bagel? Okay, pizza donut, $2.60. Pie chips, peas, and gravy for $5. I mean, that sounds pretty good. Pizza donut. I'm gonna go with this. This one's so much more fun than the other one because this is like just insane food. Like, this is just insane, like, photos. Pig skin and salsa. Oh, is that good? I don't even know. I feel like more people will pick this than whatever the fuck this is. Pizza for $6.70, I guess. Cheesy bacon chips for $5. Okay, I would eat that probably. Hot dog for $4.80. I mean, you can barely even see the hot dog in there. This is clearly just the bun. With that said, I'm gonna go with this. Yeah. Donuts with Nutella, marshmallows, and cream for $5.50. Oh shit. Oh shit. That looks actually delicious. And if it wasn't Nutella, if it was just like normal chocolate sauce, I'd be completely on board because I'm allergic to hazelnuts. But Mega Bop. Mega. Sausage, bacon, hash browns, cheese, brown sauce for 6. Oh, this is so hard. Nutella sucks anyways. Really? People say it's good. Oh, this is tough. This is really tough. This is actually a hard one. Because I would eat the one on the right. I don't even really fully understand what it is, but I would eat it just based on the description. I would also eat the one on the left. So I'm going to go with the... Oh, man. Wow, it was that big of a difference, I guess. Okay. Interesting. 7 out of 10. Solid Scranner. Europeans are on crack. It's trash. Have you played the daily SF GeoGuessing game? I have not. Is that a thing? Can you link it to me? Or I'm just going to look up. Oh, thank you. Safari can't find the server. Tane.waldo.app. Oh, waldo.tane.app. Oh, here we go. Oh, okay. Akalai, this is this is your opportunity to say SF 2025. Okay, let me make sure it's not going to dox my my location here. Hold on. Hold up. Okay, I think we're good. Guess where this photo was taken. This photo was taken somewhere within San Francisco city limits. You got 5 guesses. A guess is considered correct if it's within 500 feet of the actual location. San Francisco enthusiast. Okay. Ooh. Ooh, this is an interesting one. Oh, I don't know my hills that well. Like, this feels like it's... Oh, I think I know that building. I can look at the shadows, kind of, I think. Where are the shadows? Okay, so it's... I want to say it's... I actually have no idea where this is. I wanted to say it was somewhere over here, but I don't think that's true. Like here. Nope. Yeah, I don't know my hills very well. It's like down here or something? No. It's like here? Okay, I'm closer. I'm closer. Cape Town 2020 is my guess. Not only does Nutella taste bad, but also it's made by Nestle, so if you eat it, you're killing children. Bro lives in SF and doesn't know hills. I haven't been to, like... Yeah. Yeah, I don't really have a good excuse for that. Okay, what... I don't... I'm trying to, like, place... I don't know, like... I'm trying to, like, orient the map in my head, like, rotate the map to correspond to the photo. And I'm, like, not doing a good job, I think. I'm gonna guess... Okay, it's gotta be, like, right here, right? Wait. So which... Is this Buena Vista Heights? Or is it Corona Heights? And then what's in the distance? Or is it... Oh. I can't tell what's what. Like, what is this in the distance? And what's here, like, the close one? It's a UCSF building, tall in the middle. This one? Yeah, isn't that the, like, the Parnassus? It's, like, over here, right? So is this the in the distance, the Presidio? Or no, over here, right? Okay, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not good at this. I bet I could do it better if it was like for tomorrow's or like other pictures. Today's one I don't know that well. Like, what kind of Wi-Fi router do you have? I just have the Xfinity one, the like one that they give you. It's pretty good. I mean, it gets the job done for me. Okay, so we did that. We did Scrandle. Now we have to do Cordal. Tech guy using the cable modem router. All right. Well, I've had other routers in the past, but they've caused so many problems, and I don't want to shell out for like a really expensive Wi-Fi thing when like the one that they give you is actually like pretty decent Wi-Fi performance. So yeah, I just like don't really have a need for it anymore. They don't give you like a shitty router anymore. They give you like a pretty decent modem router combo. It's actually like pretty well featured. So yeah, I'm fine on it. Okay, we're doing well, what the heck? Wait, what? Okay, anyways, I'm trying to do the Cordal here. Start daily game. Let's do the daily Cordals, and then we'll do the Bandle. I've tried 2 mesh ones because this house is made of chicken wire and nothing works. Both mesh systems I've had have been absolute garbanzo. Just got Wi-Fi 7 TP-Link one, which is pretty good, but I'm still using the Deco for wireless. But I've had latency problems on LAN all along, and then this fixed it finally. You're one to talk about, you know, not supporting Nazis and not supporting Nestle and all that, but you're going to use TP-Link Wi-Fi infrastructure. It's like they were busted pretty openly for... No, they were busted pretty openly for doing having like backdoor shit. Here, TP-Link routers security issues. TP-Link routers, mesh systems. Oh, here. And range extenders frequently top our recommendation list, so you might be alarmed by recent allegations that contend the products represent security concerns, is that TP-Link is keeping prices artificially low. While the allegations are certainly concerning, they haven't risen to the level of us pulling our recommendations. Well, here, okay. What exactly is going on? Security researchers have long been concerned about potential vulnerabilities in networking products that hackers can exploit. Many involve them brands that aren't well known in the US. Known vulnerabilities have also been discovered in products from many big name brands, including TP-Link. Potential vulnerabilities in routers made in China with Chinese components specifically became more... Okay, well, that's not... So just that Chinese made Wi-Fi routers could be an entry point for state-sponsored hackers. That's not what I read about. I read that it was like just actual like exploits and not China like spying on you. Anyways, we fully acknowledge that vulnerabilities exist across the industry. However, okay, so whatever. Check the year on that. It's from this year, July 2025. It was earlier this year. These dumb fucks said a wind farm is a threat to national security. I don't give a fuck. I don't want the government to be secure. It wasn't the government thing. It was like a... No, I don't remember it being... When I read about it, it wasn't with like an anti-China angle. It was like a... It was for like actual like concerns. That like cybersecurity concerns, not like, you know, malware or whatever. Okay, I guess it was maybe whatever I was reading was like doing some sort of slant to make it seem legit, and maybe it is just a political thing. I don't know. Okay, forget it. You can buy TP-Link, I guess. Light reacts for the rest of the stream. Left and right. Epstein, Charlie Kirk, and Gaza. Jesus Christ. That is... that feels illegal to have even read out loud. I'm gonna be honest. That's like... that combination of subjects is... I'm on a list already. I see something about 3 models with botnet vulnerability. It's not any ones I have, but I'm not beholden to TP-Link. I just got a $400 router for 190. It's working well, so I don't care. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's fine. I think I have a Wi-Fi range extender too, and I'm pretty sure that's TP-Link, so I'm just like talking out of my ass, I guess. I got to pick it up on my bike and price match it. Nice. Okay. Staples didn't know what Micro Center was. That's funny. Okay, we're doing Chordal. I need to give myself a correct starting note. Online piano, because I'm too lazy to launch FL Studio. Okay, so that's C. Da. Okay, so it starts on G. I think it's GFC. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Okay, we'll do the daily 4. Okay, it started. So that's G. I want to say it's just A flat. I think that's it. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, A flat, E flat, F, C flat. I didn't even know we were up to 7 on Wi-Fi yet. Yeah. I don't really understand that. Like, maybe I don't know what it is, but like my brain can't fathom the fact that like I can get, Ethernet speeds on my phone. Like that's just like weird. It doesn't make sense to like logically in my head. Okay. Okay, so that's A flat. Okay, I think it's B flat. Oh, what are those last 2 notes? Is it F sharp, C, F sharp? This chord's not in the list of chords. What the heck? Never heard of that before. B flat, D, F sharp. What are those last 2 notes? Oh shit. What is that? What is that 4th note? What is that note? I can't. It's not on the list of core. What is this? I can't figure out what chord this is. Oh my god. Okay, I'm one note away. What is that note? B flat, D, F sharp. I guess it's just this probably, right? No? Okay. That's it. Okay, what the fuck? What chord is that? B flat, D, F sharp? C, A flat. That's such a weird chord. All right. Okay, on to the bandle. Let's go. Finally. I like the stuff about multi-link operations. Swapping bands always was annoying, especially in a house with shit Wi-Fi coverage. Yeah. Yeah, we have a Wi-Fi extender in our house because it just helps space out, cover the whole apartment. Released in 1984. YouTube views 409 million. Difficulty easy, part 2. Got drums and bass, synth, strings and organ, electric guitar, voice cover. Okay. 1984, 409 million. I mean, is that just Jump? No. Let me listen to that again. I have no idea. I gotta skip to the next one. Synth. Is this like an ABBA thing? I don't know. Nope. Strings and organ. Oh. Oh, what is this? Ah, it's like on the tip of my tongue. I recognize it now somewhat. I don't know what it is though. Yeah, I can't, I don't know. Skip. I don't think guitar's gonna help. No, didn't help me at all. Okay, voice cover. Here we go. It's on the tip of my tongue. I don't know. I'm gonna check the clue. This AI slop clue that they always put out. Love. Something dictionary, love. I'm just gonna guess love. Is this love? Is that it? Nope. Okay, tell me what is love. Oh. What is love? What's love got to do with it? Wait, I want to know what love is? Is Wait. Tell me what is Surely there aren't that many songs about love. It's not what is love, because that's what is love? Maybe don't hurt me. Is it what's love got to do with it? Isn't Foreigner like a recent band? I want to know what love is. I mean, that's probably it, but oh, okay. Wait, what? How does this song go? Okay, no DMCA, no DMCA, no DMCA. Huh. Okay, that, yeah. Okay, no DMCA, no DMCA. Okay, interesting. It's like, it's one of those songs that you just kind of like know, but you don't really know. So, oh well, is what it is. Okay, cool. Well, I guess going back to the whole iPhone conversation, there were some videos I wanted to watch. This MKBHD review of the iPhone Air. Beauty is Pain is what it's called. It was released 2 hours ago, so let's check it out.
Every product design is a series of trade-offs. It's like a slider where you can push it either towards form or towards function. And it can be exciting when you push it way towards form.
Damn.
This is the iPhone Air.
Okay, bro's going a little over the top with this.
So Apple decided to make a ridiculously thin iPhone. Yes, it's thinner than a number 2 pencil, thinner than any previous iPhone that's ever been made, including the one that bent. It's thinner than the freaking iPod Touch. That is ridiculous. And this isn't simply an iPhone shrunken down. Apple has done a ton of rearranging parts and pieces inside the phone. They've squeezed a lot of the compute and memory and logic board up into the top of the phone and allowed a bit of a bulge, which they're calling a plateau, which leaves...
I'm really curious. Oh God, bulge. Saying that word when we know what was on the... Yeah, well, I'm not going to say anything, but I disagree that form and function are necessarily opposite. The goal of good design is for form and function to merge. Yeah. The thing with all the compute being in the top in that plateau thing, I'll have to go feel it for myself, but I feel like wouldn't that counter the weight balance? Because then the rest of it is just battery, but like you have no other like weight balance, counterbalance for the plateau. I feel like it would be very top heavy.
Most of the slimmer bottom of the phone for just battery.
But I could be wrong.
The edges are nice and softly rounded, and the whole outside frame is shiny titanium, which picks up a ton of fingerprints, but also is remarkably durable. They 3D printed the USB Type-C port to fit, and all of the buttons and camera control, as thin as they are, go pretty much right up to the front and back edges of the phone. The end result is an iPhone that is noticeably thinner and lighter than it's been in a long time. It is super impressive and, importantly, deserving of the Air name. But it's not perfect. Of course it's not perfect. You wouldn't be watching this review if it was that easy. There are a bunch of trade-offs to making it this thin. It doesn't just get this thin magically without a bunch of sacrifices. Beauty is pain, after all. And so now that I've been using this phone for a couple of weeks, I'm just going to give you each of the trade-offs that Apple made and how much you'll actually notice them. And I have some small concerns, some medium concerns, and then the big concerns. So, small concern number 1 is they did remove the bottom speaker to achieve this. So most of the bottom of this phone is battery, but then those grills at the bottom of the Air are just for microphones. So the only speaker in this whole phone is up in that earpiece at the top. Couple things. A speaker that small is not going to get as loud, but there's also way less bass, so things are a bit tinny. But the worst case scenario is actually when you turn your phone landscape to watch a video or game or do something with stereo audio, in which case you'll probably notice all of the audio is coming from one side of the phone. And if you accidentally block that earpiece with your thumb, that's even more annoying. So the speakers are definitely not great, but they're acceptable for most everyday use. At least they're not horrible. You kind of just get used to it. So then the iPhone Air is eSIM only.
I wouldn't get used to it.
This is again in an effort.
I'm like, that's such a big use case for me, is like listening to something with stereo, soundstage coming out of the speakers. And it's not that I like rely on it for, very like, oh, I really need the speakers to be like excellent, because they're phone speakers. They're not going to be excellent. But I regularly turn my phone to listen in stereo off of the speakers as a musician because of that. So that's a deal breaker for me, essentially.
Battery, they're just getting rid of the slot where you normally have a little plastic SIM card. So
SIM card, I don't really care about.
Trade-off to get more battery out of that saved space. Apple won't say exactly how much battery they gained back, but some of the numbers I'm starting to see pop up around the eSIM versus non-eSIM iPhones looks like there's around 200 milliamp hours of extra battery they're getting out of this. And believe me, I'll talk more about battery in a minute. But yeah, lots of people use regular SIM cards to this day. And I guess it's a bigger deal to me because I swap phones a lot, and there's lots of phones from like Huawei and Oppo that I wouldn't be able to get my SIM card into, and it doesn't work well with eSIM, so I really dislike it. But I suppose for the average person, they'll only notice this once or twice. Once when they switch to the phone, and then once when they move on to another phone.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on eSIM on this, so it doesn't really matter to me.
But speaking of carriers, the iPhone Air, unlike the rest of the iPhone 17s, does not support millimeter wave 5G. And the thing is, most people outside of the US have never used millimeter wave 5G. And most people in the US have also never used millimeter wave 5G. So, it's super convenient once in a while. When you have it, I find myself near a hotspot with a supporting device. And if I happen to have something to download in that moment, it's great. But that is so rare and so far between that you might as well not worry about it yet.
I was going to say, does T-Mobile 5G millimeter wave? I don't think they use millimeter wave. T-Mobile, does it? Relinquishes millimeter wave spectrum not feasible 11 months ago. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I don't really. 5G dual connectivity by mid-band is reaching November. I don't think they use.
The modem in the iPhone Air is 5G. Brand new. It's the new C1X chip, and alongside Apple's new in-house designed N1 chip, which does all the networking, Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 6, and Thread, it's performed great. It does not seem to have any weaknesses in speed or coverage versus Qualcomm iPhones, previous iPhones with other modems, so that's been great to see. But then the USB-C port at the bottom of the Air is only USB 2 transfer speeds, so that's just dumb.
I don't understand that. It has the same chip. Does it not, as the iPhone 17 Pro? Here. A19 Pro USB 3. The iPhone 17 Pro supports USB 3 speeds, while the iPhone 17 and iPhone Air remain limited to USB 2.0 speeds, despite the Air using the A19 Pro chip. So the Air uses the same chip as the 17 Pro, but for some reason doesn't have the same USB controller. That's what's so confusing to me. I don't understand that. Like, it seems like it's, I mean, aside from, I assume it's probably literally just, what's it called? Device like segmentation, that they like disable it on the Air. But their whole thing with the Air is that it's like the power of Pro in a thin phone. So I don't know why they would disable the USB 3. I wish I had more information about it. But oh yeah, here, A19 Pro, USB 3.2 Gen 2, 10 gigabit per second. So it literally it literally should be faster, and it's just not. That's weird. Anyways.
Now let's get to the medium concerns. First of all, less cooling. Okay, so I did notice this phone getting hotter. It's running the more powerful A19 Pro chip with one less GPU core than the Pro phones, but it's a Pro chip, and the Pro phones are way thicker, and they're made of aluminum for better thermal conductivity.
I like, okay, I know people say like, oh, we want thick phones with good battery life. The Pros, this year's Pros look too thick for me because mine is 7.65 millimeters. I looked it up the other day, and like, this is a good thickness for me. Like, this is like, I think that's good. I don't want to go thicker than this. I don't know.
And they have a new vapor.
These Pros look like enormous because it's not only is it thicker, but then the battery bump is, or the camera bump is even bigger than that.
Heat away from that chip and dissipate it through the body.
At its thickest point, it's like two of my phones.
Has none of that. And so I did have a few instances, especially early on, where I was doing a lot of the sustained activity, and the back of the phone was heating up a lot in my hands, especially like right below the camera plateau. No question it's got to be throttling down that chip with any sort of heavy, sustained use. It's a little concerning, but the phone never actually did overheat or give me an overheating message, so I guess that is a good thing. So then there is the single camera. And I'm putting this in medium concerns, but it's really very much depends on the person. For some, it's just like, are you cool with this or not? Because a lot of people are currently using iPhones that have more than one camera. Lots of older iPhones even have that useful ultra wide. And most of the people thinking about buying this Air have those second cameras, even third cameras. And so the Air doesn't have an ultra wide. And I can't tell you how many times I went to go take a picture or something and then realized I can't switch to the ultra wide. And there's also obviously no zoom as well. I will say Apple makes a big deal about their processing pipeline for the 2x crops on the Fusion camera. So the middle 12 megapixels for a 2x photo having a decent quality shot. But that still doesn't replace having an actual quality zoom camera. And that's especially noticeable when you try to zoom in. I'd say anywhere past about 5x, the quality really starts to drop off in all shooting scenarios.
Yeah.
All that said, the one camera you do get is really good. It's essentially the same as the base iPhone 17. And in the world of $1,000 phones, it is right up there with the best. The selfie camera too, which I'll talk more about in the base iPhone 17 review, genuinely innovative and dramatically better than previous iPhones. I think casual photo and video takers will actually mostly be fine with this single camera solution in a vacuum, but we're not in a vacuum and there are other options out, and you just have to know that there are other phones that cost $1,000 that have way more capable camera systems that can do zoom, that can do ultra wide, that can do macros. This won't do that. So for me, someone who relies on the cameras on the phone a lot, this is one of the reasons I'm not going to be switching to or dailying the Air. But for your parents or someone you know who takes most of their photos and videos on the main camera all the time anyway, they'll probably be totally fine with this. And this was a carefully considered cut from Apple to get there. But now
for me, like, I use the 0.5x lens too much. I can't give that up.
Two main concerns with the iPhone
I
Air.
thought if it was like 0.5 and it cropped into 1 and then 2 or something like that, and it was like something like that, that would, be more tolerable. But the fact that there's no 0.5 and you just start at 1x zoom is not good.
Probably for most people. The durability.
I use the 0.5 more than I use like the 3 and 5 and all that stuff, 3x, 5x. I use the 0.5x more than those. So I could do without like the higher stuff.
And some of this is actually kind of shocking. It turns out the iPhone Air is not just a survivor of the famous jerry-rig everything bend test. It's literally one of the most impressively durable smartphones of all time. I'm not exaggerating. It's kind of ridiculous. I think in most people's concerns when seeing a piece of hardware this thin, naturally they're thinking, oh, am I going to break this? Am I going to snap it?
0.5x is so distorted, y'all are nuts. Everyone says that, but like that's that's part of the appeal. It's like I really like, not fisheye lens, but like that 0.5, like it's almost like a fisheye effect, like a fishbowl effect. I actually really like that. It's useful. It's useful for like, here, look, okay? Well, you can't really tell, but here, hold on. Okay. So you see that? It just like makes everything, oh, you can't really see it that well. Okay, whatever. it just like it makes it feel so like it just has a look to it. I don't know. I like it. I don't use it all the time, obviously, but it's also if you're taking a picture of something really close and you don't have room to like back up. Like sometimes my cat will be sitting on my lap and I want to take a picture of her, but I can't like back it up so much to get her all in the frame, so I just do 0.5. It's just cute. It's like a little, I don't know.
Half. And the answer, it turns out pretty definitively, is
If you can't do anything less than 1x, like the thing is with the 0.5x, you can go 0.5 to 0.9 and then it switches over at 1x to the main lens. But if you can't even do anything less than 1x, you don't even necessarily have to go all the way to 0.5x. If you wanted like a little bit less than 1x, like 0.9 or 0.8, can't do it. You know what I mean? So that's part of the use. If you're all the way on 0.5, it's super distorted, but
no. It's not any less durable than a normal smartphone. The titanium frame can withstand more bending than any human can put their mortal hands through, and it'll snap back to flat even if you do get it to flex. And you can almost undoubtedly sit on the phone for an extended period of time like an insane person, and it will survive. It's still IP68 water and dust resistant. Dunk it underwater if you
I
want
forgot to change.
And the Ceramic Shield 2 on the front and back is actually even more scratch resistant than previous versions. I know they say that a lot. Oh, this one's the most scratch resistant yet. But it's to the point where it didn't even show the normal scratches at level 6 with deeper grooves at level 7 on Zach's famous test. It passed even beyond normal smartphones. Now, of course, glass is glass and glass still breaks. That is, you could still drop this phone and shatter the front or back glass, of course. But I think we all went into this thinking that the durability would be a major weakness of this phone, and it turns out it's one of the biggest strengths, which is crazy. Turns out those engineers and material science people over there...
Yo, Merry Christmas. What's going on? Welcome. What is it, bro?
...are actually pretty good at what they're doing. It's
been a minute, I think, right?
Some incentive to not repeat a certain past incident. And then it also turns around and gets a 7 out of 10 from iFixit for repairability, and still retains dual entry when you go in to repair it, so you can take just the front glass or just the back glass off. And Apple posted all their disassembly guides.
Whoa. That looks pretty sick, that teardown. That's like super basic. That's like probably the most basic iPhone I've ever seen. Yeah, it has been forever. Yeah, I remember I remember I had asked, it's all your fault I played Bandle and GeoGuessr now. Let's go. No, I remember because I posted a few months back on Twitter asking, where my viewers at? No, but I remember you had mentioned that. But yeah, welcome. Yeah, had a job change. It's all good, all good.
On day one, kudos. So I guess I shouldn't be surprised that through
Wait, that was an
their
Apple thing?
disassembly guide, take just the front glass or just the back glass off. And Apple posted all their disassembly guides on day one. Kudos. So I guess
Oh, interesting. That's cool.
Shouldn't be surprised that through all my...
We're just watching we're watching this review of the iPhone Air, the new like thin iPhone. I don't know. I'm like I really think that like the it only has one speaker in the earpiece. It doesn't have a bottom speaker. So when you turn it on the side, it's not stereo sound. I think that literally would be like a deal breaker for me as a musician, but I don't know.
Tossing it on a chair next to me and all of the abuse I've put this phone through, it hasn't even come close to breaking or bending. So that brings us to the last main concern, battery. So the battery on the iPhone Air is pretty weak, and there's no getting around that. Remember earlier this year, though, when I said one of the big pillars of 2025 smartphones was going to be these new higher density silicon carbon batteries? Well, it turns out two of the biggest phone manufacturers out there, Samsung and Apple, well, they just didn't want to take the dive on that quite yet on any of their phones. So not only is this phone thinner than ever with less room inside for battery than ever, but it's also not even a special high-density battery to make up for it. So the result is this big, bright, gorgeous 6.5-inch 120 hertz OLED display being powered by a battery the same size as the one in the iPhone 11. I will say parts have gotten more efficient, right? So like the display can throttle down all the way to 1 hertz, and the A19 Pro chip can underclock super well. So it's not a disaster, but I'm giving the battery about a C-, ending the day with like 15% left in low power mode in normal use with 4 hours of screen on time for a brand new phone is not that great. Makes me concerned for how this will look in 3 or 4 years down the road. It's actually kind of similar to
that's a good
the
point.
camera situation. Like there are lots of people who are now, today, might be you, using a phone with a big battery that was awesome when you first got it. But now, years later, if you're getting to the end of the day and it's dying and you realize you need a battery upgrade, the Air is probably not the phone you should be getting. But if you are getting to year 3 or 4 of your phone and battery is not an issue and you feel like you're a pretty light user, then the Air could be fine for you. So to be specific, for my own use, like standby time I noticed was pretty good, like it is on so many other iPhones, but this Pro chip can spike up pretty quickly. So even with like some screen off stuff like wireless CarPlay, for example, it would take big chunks out of my battery. Anytime the phone was doing anything heavy, battery beware. And then this phone also charges slower than the rest of the 17 lineup, which makes it even more annoying. So
Ooh.
if you're a heavy user like
I didn't
me,
even know about that.
well, you literally just end up keeping it on a wireless charger as much as possible. It's annoying. It was just very annoying, to be honest. And that's sort of the two things that made it a deal breaker for me, is the cameras and the battery. The difference, though, between those is the battery, you can kind of work around it. The camera kind of can't. Also, pretty classic Apple move to make the problem and then sell you the solution. So this is the MagSafe battery they launched alongside the Air. It's sold separately for $100, and it's also, just to be honest, not a very good accessory. It turns out it's basically the exact same battery
I have
that's
to let
in the
Dumpling
iPhone
in.
Air,
Hold on.
but only charges it to about 65% because of the heat loss during wireless charging. Not a great deal. So originally I said there were basically two ways to look at the iPhone Air. One is it's just Apple trying something new, throwing it out the wall to see if it sticks. Oh, maybe people like this. Or it is a long, premeditated preview at the future of all smartphones when they're all this thin. But I lied. There's actually a third way to look at this phone, and that is as one half of the upcoming foldable iPhone that we all expect as early as next year. Because it's easy to be impressed by the thinness.
There was a time where even as recently as like a week or two ago, I was saying like, oh, I'm waiting for the iPhone Fold. I'm waiting for the iPhone Fold. I don't think I want to wait. I think I just, I don't want to, because the thing is, the first one's going to be like, have all these problems wherever they're going to solve it in the second one. Or the thing where they like have certain issues or certain like features that are missing, and then they bring them back later and they're like, oh, we innovated, we added new features. So there's like compromises that you have to make to get the first one, and then the later versions have upgrades. So I think I'm just gonna not do the foldable thing yet, even though I really want a foldable phone. I think I need to just give that up. Whoa, what's going on here, Dumpling? Oh, Fabuli, what's going on? Okay, Dumpling's here. I'm just trying to get her to sit on my lap. Just sit on my lap. Come on.
The iPhone Air.
It's Dumpling stream now.
If you've paid attention to the rest of the smartphone world lately, each half of a good folding phone is often even thinner than this iPhone. It's obviously a huge priority for them because they're trying to get to the same thickness as a normal phone when closed. So double their typical Z axis.
Yeah, that Z Fold 7 that he's showing there, the Samsung Z Fold 7, is crazy thin. I haven't even seen it in person, but like, it's so thin. I don't know how they even, that's the real miracle. Because not only is it like thinner than the iPhone, each half is thinner than the iPhone Air, but like it's a folding phone. So there's like 2 screens, like 4 camera, like it's crazy.
So
look at that thing. Look at this.
So double their typical Z-axis.
How is that real?
So all of this work, all of this incredible reorganization of the inside of the phone and the components and the miniaturization of parts and the efficiency maxing with their in-house developed parts like N1 chip and C1X, all of that effort is absolutely geared towards seeing if they can make the first ever truly new form factor of an iPhone, maybe since the 10, one that folds in half. And it just so happens to enable this really thin
Motherfucker over here on Rosh Hashanah saying that a thin phone is a real miracle.
form factor Air phone that they'll make in the meantime.
I'm not even going to get... No, I'm not gonna say anything. I was just gonna say the like all the rhetoric that we've been seeing from Mike Huckabee and all these people saying like, I don't know. I saw a post from this is super random. You guys know Yashar Ali? He's that guy who just like posts breaking news on Twitter somehow. I don't fully understand his deal. But this guy Yashar Ali, and he made a post that was like really weird. It was like it was like Shana Tova and like Rosh Hashanah for all my Jewish friends. Like I've gone through my life and I've met so many Jews and they've all been so exceptional, and like today is a day for them to remember that they are the like oldest surviving religion, that like, you know, they're the original blah 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 blah. And I'm just like it came across as like you know, like philo-Semitic. It's like not anti-Semitic, but kind of a little bit too obsessive. It's like how it's like, you know how like people in Japan, when like people in America are all like, oh, you know, kawaii, like all this stuff, anime, and they're just like it's like a little weird. I felt really weird. My point is, as a Jewish person, I read his post and I was like, why are you like mythologizing about like how like Jewish supremacy? It was like Jewaboos. Yeah, it was weird. I was like really turned off by that. I was like, I don't know what the point of this post is. You could have just said Shana Tova. You didn't have to be like it's like that Trump Cinco de Mayo post where he's like, happy Cinco de Mayo. The Trump Tower makes the best Taco bowls. It's like Shana Tova. Like Judaism is the world's most supreme religion in all of history. It's like, what are you talking about? It's because they need you for the second coming. Yeah, the rapture. Yeah, how many 2 hours 15 minutes? You guys ready? I'm gonna become clothes. I think that's the meme, right, from Hassan's stream. The rapture people believe that like you're just gonna become clothes. Your clothes are just gonna drop to the floor. Anyways,
I did the exact.
Why were we talking about this? Oh, because you brought up Rosh Hashanah, yeah. No, so anyway, ever since I read that, I've just been like really weirded out by everyone that's like talks about Jewish people like that, because I'm just like, dude, we're just like members of a religion. It's not a big thing. Like it's not like a maybe it's because I'm like, you know, kind of pretty secular myself, so I don't really identify with the whole religious side of it that much. But it is weird when it gets to that level where they're like, you are God's chosen people in God's chosen land, and you will always be like the, you know, the original creator. Like I was just like, what? Like what are we talking about? Like we live in a reality. We don't live in, you know, this like biblical whatever. Exactly what time is the rapture happening? Does it start at 0? I need to be ready to celebrate all the idiots being gone. Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know the whole deal with the rapture stuff. I missed stream this weekend because of the music festival. I was like totally out. I was like, I haven't seen basically anything. You think people live in reality? Who is these days? Yeah.
Way we got a Galaxy S25 Edge, and then a few months later got the Z Fold 7, which was an ultra thin foldable from Samsung. So I'm very much looking forward to that crazy foldable iPhone when it comes, and what'll they call it and what software it'll run and all that other stuff. But for now, this one, it's an iPhone still. You know, every year we get the new iOS and all of its features and the clear theme and visual intelligence and all the iPhone stuff, and I review that separately. And you guys already know about all that stuff. And then we get the new iPhone's announcement, and there are almost zero new actual features here other than the selfie camera. But now it's like I'm reviewing, you know, the box that iOS comes in, you know? And I think this package, as cool as it is, like this will speak to plenty of people. It's beautiful. It's super trim. It's super light in the hand, which is underrated. People are going to pick this phone up and immediately love it. But I think maybe the best thing about the iPhone Air is actually how much it seems to have freed Apple up to make the Pro phones even more pro, which are now thicker and have more battery and heavier and bigger cameras and all unibody metal now, that's the one I'll be daily driving. Stay tuned for the full review, of course, on the Pro phones next. But hey, if you are planning on picking up an iPhone Air, or literally any other iPhone, or any Android phone for that matter, then channel sponsor Ridge.
Oh, okay. Ad. Yeah, no, he actually put it very well, exactly how I feel, which is that oh, we got cool mode. Oh shit, I don't have my sunglasses, and Dumpling is on my lap. Otherwise I would absolutely redeem the cool mode redemption. Don't worry. Oh, Dumpling's up. Okay, is she gonna get up? Nope, she just turned around. Okay, sorry, I can't do it. I wish I could do it, but I can't. He summarized, Marquez summarized exactly how I feel about iPhones lately, which is that the features that are exclusive to the newest iPhones are increasingly like not that important. Like they're not like okay, it used to be that like there would be, you know, the iOS version, and then the new iPhone would drop, and it's like some new thing that like they didn't announce before in iOS, and it's like some new thing exclusive to that iPhone. Now it's literally just like, oh, if you open the camera app, there's like a new setting that you can do that's only on this iPhone. It's like, who cares? Like the Apple Intelligence stuff, that's interesting, but like, I don't know. So like when I look at like these new iPhones compared to my iPhone now, I'm just like, I don't see a lot that's like, you know, a really compelling, like revolutionary innovation, which I guess it's like, I don't know. Who really expects that? Like when I went from the iPhone 10 to the iPhone 13 Pro, I feel like that was a pretty big bump, because that was like 2 little cameras, and you go to the 3 big cameras, and you have LiDAR, and you have like all this other stuff. But iPhone 13 Pro to like iPhone 17, I feel like is not such a huge leap. But anyways, Pro Ultimate Tests, I don't really want to watch these. Which one should you buy? iPhone 17 Pro versus iPhone Air review. I'm not going to get the Pro though. I'm either going to get the Air or the 17, the normal 17. And I think I'm just going to get the normal 17. I think that's what it is. So, you know, I think I made up my mind on that. Anyways, I think that's pretty much it for stream. I don't know. Should I do some gaming? What do we think? Should I do some League? Dumpling's on my lap. I can't really do anything with her on my lap. Oh. My answer is always no. Well, that's true. What if we did a Will Neff raid? I met Will Neff at Portola. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, I'm done for the night. Put in almost 3 hours, so y'all can't complain. Okay, let me rate him real quick. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you on Thursday, I think. Oh, no. Okay, so this Thursday, I'm going to be at Twitch HQ for a special like event thing that they're having. So I think they said that you can stream it. I don't know if I'm going to stream it or not. It seems like it might be kind of hard to stream there. I don't know. We'll see. I asked if I could do like a DJ set there, and they said that I already had it booked up, which sucks because I would have loved to do that. But yeah, I'm gonna be at Twitch HQ this Thursday, so I probably won't stream it. I'll just say that it'll be a pleasant surprise if I do stream it. Let's put it that way. All right. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Peace. Have a good night.